Wow, Tyson Fury not going to be quite 300 pounds, but close, very close. We getting close to the fight. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. It is fight week. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh, my God. And Tyson Fury. This is a much anticipated fight. I cannot wait for it. Many delays, all because of Tyson Fury and his team. But no use crying over spilled milk. We here now. Before I get started, I don't know how you found the video, but somehow, someway you found and made your way to this video. Please encourage others to find the video by doing a free gesture, which is to hit the like button. Leave me a comment, subscribe, those things are great, but smash the like button and others can retrieve the same content and access it. So Tyson Fury, he's getting ready to fight Wilder. There's a lot of different opinions as to what will be the game plan for each fighter. Will Wilder look new under the tutelage and direction of JD's, but more importantly, the new trainer he's working with, Malik Scott? Lots of questions. Some people speculate Tyson Fury is going to go switch to southpaw and try to confuse Wilder. Ultimately, order the pay-per-view. We got to find out on fight night what it is and what it ain't. Tyson Fury's trainer, Kronk trainer, out of the Midwest, Sugarhill, had this to say. Tyson Fury will weigh 20 pounds more than last time. The bigger, the better, the heavier, the stronger. It's not going to be 300 pounds. It's going to be like 290 pounds or something, but not 300 exactly. Heavier than last time by 20 pounds or so. Why not? The bigger, the better, the heavier, the stronger. He's training with that weight. He's built up. It's not like he's just putting on fat. It's building up muscles. The bigger, the better, the heavier, the stronger. End quote. And this is from Tyson Fury's own trainer. Now, interesting move from Tyson Fury that this is the direction for him to add weight. You've heard previous Tyson Fury comments where he says he likes fighting Wilder at the bigger weights because he feels he has to prepare and get ready for Wilder's punishing, destructive power. And he feels at a higher weight, he's able to absorb the shots better. And it sounds like that's pretty much the game plan for Tyson Fury. Ironically enough, I feel if the roles are reversed, that Deontay Wilder wouldn't get a bunch of praise for going in there. You're already taller than the person, already have the longer reach. And Tyson Fury's game plan is to lean on him, try to get on the inside, try to back Wilder up, things like that. And ultimately use weight as his main advantage. I think one of the reasons why this is an interesting move from Tyson Fury is this. Tyson Fury is commonly referred to as this wizard by Top Rank and the commentators and stuff. I remember when he was fighting an unheard of, unheralded name, Tom Schwartz, either Tim Bradley or someone on that telecast referred to Tyson Fury as this marksman and skilled fighter and said, quote, Tyson Fury, he's like the heavyweight version of Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford, a black fighter from Omaha, Nebraska, does not typically go in and his game plan is to outweigh his opponent. For example, when Terrence Crawford fights against Mean Machine, they both made weight. I know it's the heavyweight division versus other divisions, but the point is you don't see this crazy rehydration or anything. It doesn't look like Terrence Crawford is a dog and he's getting his wins based on true skill. But it looks like Tyson Fury's team is adding pounds because they feel that's what Wilder wouldn't be able to deal with. So it looks like it's reliant less on the skill factor. Again, Terrence Crawford, we haven't known. Some people even said he was a small welterweight. Some people said he was a little bit too small for the welterweight division at a point in time. I think personally, I never agreed with that. And I think Terrence Crawford over the years has filled out nicely as a welterweight. But the bottom line is some people thought he was too skinny. So we know Terrence Crawford has been a person who's been put on many pound for pound lists based on his actual determination, willpower, and skill. Tyson Fury, it doesn't look like that is the same situation. It looks like Tyson Fury, their game plan is to try to make this a physical fight and enforce physicality. And I think Tyson Fury has often used this game plan. He used it versus Otto Wallin. And Otto Wallin, you can see who was undersized compared to Fury. Otto Wallin busted up Fury's eye very good and had his eye bleeding and cut in multiple spots. And Tyson Fury's whole game plan was to lean on him, to make it tough and nimble and, you know, try to be like kind of a buzzsaw type of fight. And he tried to fight on the inside more in that fight. Needless to say, he was almost stopped by Otto Wallin. If you go watch that, he was hurt in the 12th round. So I don't know, even with the other weight, I'm not worried about it. If Tyson Fury wants to come in at 400 pounds, like he previously said, do that, because I do know in the world of boxing, gaining weight there's no end all be all. There's a lot of guys that weigh a lot, but that doesn't stop them from losing. Like Butterbean has lost, and he's a really big guy, right? Recently, there's a heavyweight named Chris Lovejoy, and last fight he weighed like 318, and he weighed over 300 pounds before that, and he fought Manuel Charr. And Manuel Charr, I know for a fact, is not hitting harder than Deontay Wilder, for one, and he's definitely not the biggest heavyweight. And in that particular fight, Chris Lovejoy was stopped, and he was, again, the bigger person. So, you know, Tyson Fury and his team, they're obviously going to do whatever they feel gives them the best win. So it goes to show you, when Tyson Fury every fight he's been bigger than Wilder. That goes without saying. Every single fight he's been bigger than Wilder. But it shows you, to me, this is a good position for Wilder, because it shows the insecurity. They know they can't play with Wilder's power, because if their weights are anywhere close to each other, I feel Tyson Fury's team is even less confident. And I think that's what this move shows. If you already outweighed him in the first two fights. So if you have to put on even more weight than that, Sugarhill just said they had to add another 20 pounds. You are definitely afraid of this man's punch. And you just trying to put it on extra weight, and you think you can muscle him around. But nonetheless, Wilder has showed, and he's always been at this deficit where he has fought guys and he was the smaller guy. I mean, he's steadily outweighed, from Eric Molina fight to 2 Luis Ortiz fights to 2 Tyson Fury fights to Bermain Stiverne. All these guys outweighed him. The good thing for Wilder's team and Malik Scott, I think they did take Fury for his word and at face value, and they themselves have upped the ante and worked on core strength, and Wilder is going to be even bigger. And I like Wilder's game plan. Some people were scared and spooked, saying, oh, Wilder, he looks too big and stuff like that. If Wilder's too big, he's looking fast on the mitts and in the water, and he's looking cut, and he's still looking freakishly lean. And I actually like Wilder having the extra size, especially now knowing that Tyson Fury's team is trying to outweigh him by 60, 75 pounds and close to 300 pounds. Because the other thing is, you have to break him down. Wilder's working on body shots and putting his punches together more of a volume, and hiding the right hand and hiding the knockout punch, so to speak. So I think it'll be an amazing time. I'm looking forward to the fight. I really don't know if being 290 to 300 pounds gives Fury really any advantages. And again, if you know anything about weight, depending on how you put the weight on and what level, like what length of time you put the weight on, that could also hinder your performance. You could get to, let's say, the second, third, fourth, 5th round, and then start feeling real flat and feeling like fatigued because you're not used to carrying this extra weight. So you can lose speed, you can lose stamina, you can, be a lot slower. Tyson Fury, part of what gave him, any level of success and not getting knocked out up until the 9th round and the 12th round in the first fight was he was pretty elusive and he was herky-jerky and moving around. But now if he's adding weight, who knows if that slows him down a millisecond, then that could spell night for Deontay Wilder. Similarly, when you look at Roy Jones, he kept moving up in weight, then moved back and down for the Tarver fight. And part of Roy's game was not necessarily fundamentals, but it was actually speed and so awkward. And as soon as his speed became, as he got older or whatever, and he was moving back down from heavyweight, things like that, rapidly doing these different things with his weight, his speed was a little bit more manageable. And then Tarver knocked him out, and he got knocked out the very next fight to Glenn Johnson right after that. So it's not all that's glitter is gold. I really don't know if I like Tyson Fury coming even heavier. And it makes you question. A lot of people think Tyson Fury cheated. Fury fans, of course, are going to deny this and say he didn't cheat. So why is he trying to come in 20 pounds heavier than he had his best night? He had his best night and knocked out Wilder, right? And he didn't cheat. That's what Tyson Fury fans are saying. So why is he changing anything? You were the one that dominated Wilder. That's what you said. You got the knockout. So why would you try to switch your weight? Shouldn't you do exactly what you did? So to me, this all spells fear, and hopefully Wilder's team sees it the same as well. And I think they know they can't cheat, and they're under a microscope. And at the end of the day, I think they're going to be in for a major shock with the heavier weight, because it's going to look crazy seeing a 6'9", nearly 300-pound man fall to the canvas. And that's my prediction. If you like what I'm doing, or if you love what I'm doing, please hit the like button, encourage that, and help others find the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll continue working hard. It is fight week. Deuces.